Letters from the Attic. A Winter Story of Forgotten Love. Episode 1. The House on Elm Street. A Winter Story of Forgotten Love. It had been snowing since dawn. The flakes fell softly over the rooftops of the small Austrian village of Hallstatt, blanketing every chimney and shuttered window in silence. Elena stood at the edge of the stone walkway, suitcase in hand, staring up at the house that had belonged to her grandmother, a house she hadn't seen in over 20 years. It looked smaller now, tired perhaps, but the ivy still curled around the porch beams, and the lace curtains inside the windows looked freshly hung. Someone had cared for it. That surprised her. She took a breath, the cold air pressing into her lungs, and opened the creaky wooden gate. Inside, the house smelled of lavender and old books. A fire hadn't been lit in weeks, but warmth still lingered, as if memories themselves had kept the place alive. She ran her hand across the edge of the hallway table. Dust, but not neglect. On the kitchen table, she found a note in her grandmother's handwriting. Elena, if you've come this far, you'll know where to look. No signature, no date. But something stirred in her chest. A flicker of something she hadn't felt in years. Curiosity mixed with grief. The attic. It took her until sunset to unpack and settle in. The attic was the last place she wanted to go. She remembered how she used to be scared of it as a child. The wooden stairs groaning beneath her feet, the smell of mothballs and old fabric. But tonight, something called her. With a candle in hand and her grandmother's words echoing in her mind, she climbed the narrow stairs. The door creaked open, revealing a room full of trunks, broken chairs, and dust dancing in the fading light. In the far corner, beneath an old quilt, she found a box. Not just any box. This one was wrapped in faded blue ribbon, and her name was written across the lid in bold, looping cursive. Elena. Inside were letters, dozens of them, each in a different envelope, aged and yellowed, tied together in bundles of 5 or 6. The top one was dated December 1956. It was addressed not to her grandmother, but from her, to someone named A.L. The first letter. Elena opened it slowly, the paper crinkled, fragile with time. My dearest A.L., I don't know if this letter will ever reach you. The snow is heavy again, and I find myself thinking of your voice, how it used to echo in the hallway when we were young. It read like a love letter, a confession, a journal entry written from the depths of a forgotten winter. Elena read the entire page without breathing. She looked around the attic, heart pounding. Who was A.L.? Why were the letters hidden? Why did her grandmother never speak of this? A voice from the past. That night, Elena sat by the fireplace, the letter resting on her lap. Snow fell silently outside. The world had gone still. For the first time in years, she felt her grandmother's presence, not just in the room, but in her bones. And she knew, with the kind of certainty that only grief can bring, that this was not the last letter. It was only the beginning. To be continued. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter of Letters from the Attic. New episodes drop soon.